Okay, so good morning. So last meeting, I already last recorded video, I already discussed the RF amplifiers, uh, their characteristics and its function. Okay, now we'll proceed to, and also I already discussed the difference between the cascaded and the cascoded amplifiers. Okay, so please refer to the last recorded video. So let's have continue toward this chapter. So we have here the low noise amplifiers. Okay. So high performance microwave receivers required a LNA or low noise amplifier as input stage of the RF section to optimize their noise figure. Okay. This LNA is considered as a class A, no? So class A amplifier ang gyapon na siya. But it is applicable for microwave and satellite communication. Na may LNA si satellite po, not only for the microwave. So so the LNA, okay? So ang LNA it includes uh, it includes two stage of amplification along with the impedance matching networks to enhance their performance. The purpose of having an LNA kay na mga amplifier, no? Uh, you cannot achieve a low noise and high gain nga performance sa amplifier, particularly at the microwave receivers. That's why LNAs are designed for these purposes. Okay? So, since two-stage man ang LNA, okay? Kaya di man siya basta-basta nga sa isa ka amplifier, an ordinary amplifier, let's say an ordinary class A amplifier should have a low noise and high gain layon. So it is impossible to achieve that for a single amplifier. Okay? So take note, LNAs are designed for this uh, this parameter, no? Uh, Achieving the low noise and high gain. Pero dili man na siya ma-achieve in a single amplifier stage. So, mo na nga two stage siya along with the impedance matching network. Okay, ang amplifier. So the first stage, okay, has a moderate gain and minimum noise. And second is the high gain and moderate uh, noise. Okay? So mo na ang purpose mo na ang circuitry or the amplifier stage sa LNA or low noise amplifier. Okay? So moderate ang gain, okay? Ya, minimum ang noise. Ikaduha, taas na ang gain, moderate ang noise, okay? Now, LNAs are biased in as class A amplifier, no? And usually utilize either silicon bipolar or field effect transistors. So up to approximately 2 gigahertz. And gallium arsenide FETs above this frequency. Okay? So they are biased using either a silicon-based BJT or field effect transistors. So there are up to approximately 2 gigahertz no in the frequency of operation, and also they're using gas, no, gallium arsenide FET, okay, above 2 gigahertz nga application. Then naapoy special type nga gas, gallium arsenide FET ang ginagamit sa microwave communication sa LNA, which is called the MESFET, no, MESFET or MESA semiconductor FET. So it is a FET, no, FET with the metal semiconductor junction at the gate. So with the metal semiconductor junction at the gate of the device, that it's called Schottky barrier. Okay? So naa siya ang iyahang design, no? Or pag produce ana naa siya kanang Schottky barrier, that is a diode lang na siya. Okay. Schottky diodes are used in microwave application manggod. So mo na ang gi-embed diya siya sa MESFET. Okay. Now, common integrated circuits sa RF amplifier. So kani dili mo ginako gina-discuss yun ang circuit ang IC. So this is NASA 5200, no? Okay? But this is developed by the company manggod kani is IC design naman gani siya. Ang akong target pag sa comms manggod dili kay ko ga-emphasize og mga IC. Ang IC design purpose is ang target lang nako basta mag-discuss ko communications is unsa na nahitaboan ang section or the circuitry. That's it. What is a function? Nanong inana yung design? So may benefit ano? What's the advantage or disadvantage? So that's why I did not include the uh, kanang IC circuit ng mga components like this one. So I will skip this one, no? Okay, discussion naman yun na siya. Iyang specs naman na siya. Okay. Next, we have here we're done at the LNA. So, ang purpose lang sa LNA kay to achieve no the target of high gain and low noise. Pero it is consist of two circuits man, di ba? Ang first stage is moderate ang gain, taas ang noise. Di ba? Moderate ang gain, minimum ang noise. Pero pag second stage, taas na ang gain, moderate ang noise. So that's the function of the two-stage amplifier equivalent in LNA. So we have here the mixer or converter circuit. So purpose of the mixer is to down convert kay receiver man ta. No? Down convert the incoming radio frequencies to intermediate frequencies. Okay. So down converting. So this is accomplished no, by mixing the RF signals with a local oscillator frequency and a non-linear device. Non-linear, no? So, pag mixing yun na, pag sa radio communications, non-linear device yun ang ginagamit. For example, are diodes, BGTs, and FETs. Those are non-linear devices. Linear devices, pinaka-common is resistor. Resistor is a linear device. So, in essence, this is called heterodyning. Heterodyning ang tawagan na. Diba? So, a mixer is a non-linear amplifier similar to modulator except that the output is tuned to difference between the RF and the local oscillator frequencies. So, instead nga gain, there are, in terms of frequencies siya. So, difference between RF and local oscillator. Take note, the difference between the RF and local oscillator is called the intermediate frequency. Okay? So naa tayo example nga balance this is called the mixer converter circuit, diba? So mo man ni equivalent. Okay? So this is the equation. So producing this output. So gamitan naman nag-trigo in a mathematical manner. Okay? So take note in the mixer. So although any nonlinear device can be used for mixer, a transistor or FET is generally preferred over a simple diode because it is also capable for amplification. So pag diode, it is for rectification siya. Meaning, ang imuang AC signal will be converted into pulsating DC. O manay purpose sa diode. Of course, switching. No? Purposes. Pero transistor and FET are preferred po siya for not only for switching but also for amplification. Okay? For pag mixer, gain mangyapon lang mong gina-target. Okay? However, okay, because the actual output signal from a mixer is a cross product. So cross product na siya. Not only sum and difference. A mixer is the frequency itself, the sum and difference. Then, the cross product. So cross product, that is the sum and difference man na, okay? There is a net loss to the signal. This loss is called conversion loss or conversion, or sometimes conversion gain, because a frequency conversion has occurred and at the same time the IF output signal is lower in amplitude than RF input signal. Sabot, conversion loss siya tungod kay since converted siya to IF frequency, ang amplitude sa imong IF signal nimo mas baba compare sa RF signal. Okay? So, short, nag-attenuate. Nababa siya. So, typically, conversion loss is generally 6 dB. Okay? So, that's the value nga gina-consider. So, dapat 6 dB lang, no? Or lower. So, the conversion gain, okay, is the difference between the level of the IF output with an RF input to the level of IF output with an IF input. So that's the conversion gain. Okay? So pag mag down convert ang imong RF signal to IF, so ang amplitude mo baba. Mo man tong conversion loss ay pasabot sa mixer or converter stage. Okay. So kani 5 point kani this the circuitries I will not expand kayo. Okay? Naman ko yung ubang books nito kasi nga explain kanya ang circuitry pero na dia na uban dia unnecessary na siya. Okay? So you have to kung tanaw ninyo nga ang kani gabi ng explanation sa circuit, no need to expand that one. Okay? Now, another name for mixer manggod sa RF, another name for converter circuit or mixer is called the balance modulator or balance, aban nga balance diode, no? Balance diode mixer siya. Okay? So, balance mixers are one of the most important circuits in the communications systems today. Okay, another name for balance mixers that is called balance modulator, product modulators, and product detectors. Okay, so they are used extensively in both transmitters and receivers. So for AM, FM, and many of the digital modulation schemes. Okay, balance mixers or balance modulators have two inherently advantages over types of mixers: noise reduction and carrier suppression. Okay, I'll make it short. Okay, this one of this paragraph. Diode mixers are called balance modulator. Mas common ginagamit ang word na balance modulator siya. Okay, the purpose of balance modulator is ang pinaka main function niya is to suppress the carrier. That's the purpose of balance modulator. Okay? Nganong ginasuppress man ang carrier, sir? Take note, mubalik ta sa AM, di ba? 66.67% of the power will be used at the carrier. Remaining the 33.33% naa na lang na sa sideband power. Nya, ang sideband power naaman naa dito ang information. That's why nga they designed the balance modulator para ma-utilize 100% ang power dito lang sa sideband. That's the purpose of having a balance modulator. Okay? Sides and noise reduction. So, carrier suppression yun siya. Pero, naana siya a certain drawback. No? Nagyapon siya a certain drawback. Okay? Kay, sa rule sa reception, sa receiver, kailangan niya pangitaon si carrier. Oh, kailangan niya po niya pangitaon si carrier. kay maglisod na siya for the receiving. That's the drawback actually for the suppressed carrier nga AM. Okay. So we will expand that one at the single sideband communications. Okay. Kani this is a double balance mixer with clock oscillator block diagram. Pero I will not expand again the IC. Kay kuha diri is the the component, no, the section of the receiver. Also may function here. Okay. Next, we have the IF amplifiers circuit. So IF or intermediate frequency amplifiers are relatively high gain tune amplifiers that are very similar to RF amplifiers, except IF amplifiers operate over a relatively narrow fixed frequency band. Okay. So high gain siya similar to RF, but the operation is in narrow or fixed frequency band siya. It is easy to design and build IF amplifiers that are stable, so do not radiate and are easily to neutralize. Okay. So, because IF amplifiers operate over a fixed frequency band, successive amplifiers can be inductively coupled with double tune circuits. So, mostly of the sa receiver na aning mga double tune circuits or natawag na siya mga gagmay nga mga transformers. Okay? So, double tune circuits, both the primary and secondary sides of the transformer are tuned. Okay? So therefore, it is easier to achieve an optimum or low shape factor and good selectivity. The purpose of having a double tuned circuit sa IF amplifier kay for optimum shape factor gamay and mas taas ang yahang selectivity. Okay? So this is the IF. Now, three stage siya. First, ihapon lang nimo ang transistor. First stage, second stage, and third stage. So, both of these IF sections na ay mga double tuned circuits na siya. This one, kani murag kuan. In actually, transformer ganin na siya. They are called, another name ana is IF transformer. Okay, IF transformer na siya. And then, pwede na siya ma-tuning, no? Maliso na using the screw. Kung gagmay ra kay na sila, gagmay ra na sila nga transformer. Dili na kanang transformer na inyong gihunahuna nga naa sa RF ay nasa inyong power supply. Dili. This is for small signal nga transformer. Okay? Then we have the inductive coupling. Inductive or transformer coupling, that is the most common technique used for coupling IF amplifiers. So another thing for the double tune circuits is for the for coupling, no? So coupling sa IF amplifiers. So with inductive coupling, voltage that is applied to the primary windings of a transformer is transferred to the secondary. Okay? So the proportion, no, of the primary voltage that is coupled across the secondary, it depends of the following. We have here the number of turns of the primary and secondary windings, naput tayo amount of magnetic flux in the primary winding, and the coefficient of coupling, and the speed of the flux that is changing, or the angular velocity. If we write the expression, the magnitude of the voltage induced at the secondary is defined as the following. E sub s equals to omega times m times I sub p. Omega is the angular velocity, E sub s the voltage at the secondary winding, M is the mutual inductance in Henry, I sub P is the primary current. Okay? And then the ability of a coil to induce a voltage within its own windings, it is called self-inductance or inductance lang ang tawag. Okay? So, when one coil induces a voltage through a magnetic field into another coil, the two coils are said to be coupled together. Okay. So, mo-induce o magnetic induction ng isa ka coil o mo-induce po itong pikas ka coil. So, they are coupled. So, this behavior or phenomena that is called mutual inductance ang tawag. So, ability of one coil to induce a voltage in another coil. So, mutual inductance ang tawag. Okay? So, the cause of the mutual inductance, that is the magnetic lines of force or the flux. Okay? That are produced in the primary windings and cut through the secondary windings. So, and it is proportional to the coefficient of coupling. So, take note, uh, coefficient of coupling is defined as follows. This is the ratio between flux, the flux of the primary winding and the flux of the secondary winding and the flux of the primary winding. So flux, they're expressed in Webers or WB sa iyahang acronym. Okay. So, naala siya ay consideration kung ang coefficient coupling of 1 siya, kung ang flux nga na-produce sa primary winding, it cuts to the secondary windings. That's the value of coefficient of coupling. Okay. Pero, kung none of the primary flux cuts to the secondary windings, the coefficient of coupling is 0. Okay, 0 siya. Okay? Kay this is ideal ang the value of coefficient coupling, that is 1. So, coefficient of coupling is 1 is nearly impossible to attain unless the two coils are wound around a high permeability iron core. Okay? That's impossible to achieve. Okay? Then we have here typical nga mga coefficient coupling sa standard IF transformers that are less than 1 or nearer than 1. Ana. Okay? Then the transfer of flux from the primary and secondary windings, that is called flux linkage. And it is proportional to the coefficient coupling. Okay? And take note, the mutual inductance of a transformer is directly proportional to the coefficient of coupling and the square root of the product of the primary and secondary inductances. So this is the equation. Okay. So M equals to K times square root of LS times L sub P. So we will include it siya sa inyong analysis. Okay. Okay. So we have here single transformer coupled amplifiers. They are divided into two. We have here the single and the double tune. Okay. So single, this is a single tune. This is the example, no, single tune transformer. This one. So single tune inductively coupled amplifier. The configuration, that is untuned primary, tuned secondary ang tawag. Okay? So, primary side sa T1, okay, may tao na to itong T1. Asa naman itong T1 na to, ani? Wala na label, no? So, the primary side of the T1 is simply the inductance of the primary winding, whereas the capacitor that is parallel with the secondary winding. Kani. Diba? T1 na siya. So, kani for the secondary winding. Creating the tune secondary. So, kung tanawon ni mo ning sa secondary winding, mo tune siya because it acts as a tank circuit or LC circuit na siya. Okay? So, take note, okay? Ako na lang i-emphasize na lang dali. So, the transformer windings are not tapped because the loading effect of the FET. No? The loading effect of FET is insignificant. Okay, so wala nakatap na siya. And then for letter B, the response curve, no? Sa imong untuned primary, tuned secondary transformer. Nganong kuan siya? untuned primary. Untuned primary siya, meaning wala may say capacitor nga nakatap diri. Nakaparallel sa imuhang primary winding. Unang untuned primary siya. Okay? Now, if the voltage of the secondary increases with the frequency until the resonant frequency of the secondary is reached, so the E sub S begins to decrease with further increases in frequency. Okay. So, wala niya ang behavior. The peaking, okay, the peaking of the response curve, okay, at the resonant frequency is caused by reflected impedance. Okay. So, okay. So, it is caused by reflected impedance. So, the impedance of the secondary is reflected back to the into the primary because of the mutual inductance of the two windings. So, mo reflect back siya, no? That is called reflected impedance ang tawag, no? That is caused by mutual inductance sa duha ka winding. Pero pag below resonance siya, the increase in angular velocity and product of angular velocity in m that is greater than the decrease in the primary current, no, primary winding current. So therefore, the voltage of the secondary increases. Okay? Pero for above resonance siya, so the increase of omega times m is less than the decrease in I sub p. Therefore, voltage of the secondary winding decreases. So, ato lang i-compress. Pag below resonant frequency, ang product between angular velocity and mutual inductance mas dako compare sa primary winding current. So, mo dako ang imuhang voltage at the secondary. Pero pag above siya, so mas gamay ang imuhang angular velocity and mutual inductance nga product compare sa primary winding current, so mababa ang imuhang secondary winding voltage. Okay. So, figure 5-21C shows the effect of coupling on the response curve of an untuned primary tuned secondary transformer. Okay. 521C. This one, no? Kani. So, ato siyang i-snip. Tayo pa. Pwede na ako na-press. Okay. Ana. This one. Okay. So, with loose coupling, pag loose coupling ka, meaning that is low coefficient of coupling, yung values yung K niya, the secondary voltage is relatively low. O, mas gamay. Mas gamay ang iyahang secondary voltage. Ang bandwidth ana mas gamay. Okay? As the degree of coupling increases, so, magkadako siya. Okay? Ang imuhang voltage sa secondary mo taas, ang bandwidth mo dako pod. Therefore, for a high degree of selectivity, okay, loose coupling is desired. Okay. However, signal amplitude is sacrificed. Okay. For a high gain and a broad bandwidth, tight coupling is necessary. Another wala na ni kay figure 5-21D. So, ang pasabot niya kung gusto ka og taas na selectivity, if you want a high selectivity sa imuhang IF amplifier, okay? So, If you want that better high selectivity, you have to select the loose coupling. Pero, ang amplitude po nimo, mo baba. Di ba? Kay pairing man, no? Mag-pair, kuhan man na, ina naman ang dagan sa IF. So, uh, better selectivity but decrease of signal amplitude. Okay, uh, mas gamay siya compare sa amplitude sa RF signal nimo. Uh, if you want a higher amplitude, mas better nga mo choose ka, no? Much better the IF amplifier has a tight coupling factor siya. So taas ang yahang K, no? The coefficient of coupling. Okay? Kanay lang, mutaas po ang bandwidth. So naa siya trade-off, no? So asa man ka, high selectivity or taas nga amplitude or taas nga pagtaas ang amplitude means taas ang gain o mo na up purpose sa IF amplifier. Okay? So that's the single tune transformer. Okay? So to ako rang gi-explain, no? So to be sum up, so single tune tawag sa single tune up transformer because ang secondary winding is nakaparallel siya og capacitor. That's why single tune. Pag double tune, both of the primary and secondary windings are parallel with the capacitor. Okay? So mo man purpose sa mo man ang kalainan sa double tune o single tune transformers. Okay? But ang ilahang response curve different na. Okay? So lahi ang yang response curve. Okay. So diha lang ta for the meantime single tune IF transformer. Okay? So double tune transformers will be discussed on the next recorded video. Okay, time check at 7:09 a.m. So that's the end time for the recorded video. So have a good day sa inyo, and mayong buntag.